Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How's
I don't know
everyone
if you can see
doing?
what I wrote. Good, good. How are you feeling? Because you've been sick for like the last forever.
Much better. Much better. It was touch and go the first like 4 days. I'd feel a little bit better and then I would go downhill again. It's a
Yeah,
freaking roller coaster.
it
I
is.
don't recommend. Everyone avoid the COVID, okay?
Avoid it
0
if you
stars.
can.
Will not eat here again.
Yeah. Sonya's on the road today.
Yeah, I am not
You're
in my
not at
house. I don't.
home.
There's no casting couch behind me.
No chickens.
There's no chickens. Nothing. All
And
right,
I'm just here.
just there.
Nothing happened to me this week.
Nothing.
I'm actually quite boring. So
You're just no news is
I'm
good
just
news.
vibing. I'm just vibing. What day is it? I don't know.
Who knows?
It's
Who cares?
Friday.
Yeah, I guess.
We're recording Friday.
That's the only day we know.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Friday.
it.
What is everyone drinking?
Jessica has it in her hand right there.
Yeah, I do actually. I'm just
Yeah.
my in-laws love me and like to drop off a box of Sleeman every once in a while, so I'm just dipping into those tonight. How about
And what is that?
Ooh.
It's
What is
beer.
Sleeman?
It's
Oh,
beer. It's
it's
just beer.
beer.
Sleeman cream ale.
All right, all right.
All right.
I'm leaning forward. I have a giant mug. It says "Happy Birthday." It is half and half. There is peach schnapps. So maybe it's like one third, one third, one third. But there's peach schnapps. There's white rum, and there is Sprite. So
Yum.
Sounds delicious.
there was more, but I got thirsty.
Sounds good. I'm drinking
Not cold
Mike's
medicine.
White Freeze. By the way,
Okay.
they should sponsor me because like every episode I'm drinking a Mike's or a Captain Morgan's. So
Yeah, but you said their red was bad.
okay,
Oh,
even
you
someone
said
else
bad
mentioned
things.
it tastes like cherry cough syrup. I'm like, hey, I'm not fucking alone. Like
Yeah,
I
you're
thought
not.
maybe it was all in my head. No. Others
No.
think it too. So
All right.
Okay, well, what's our topic this week?
Okay. So our topic is, what is something you don't understand the hype? Like people hype it up and you're like, I don't understand why. And then the word, this one's good for Dommery. The word is like.
no,
Oh, no.
no.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, just as bad. I've listened to a few of our episodes,
Yeah,
and she's
yeah, I
just
know.
as bad.
Or
And
just
the worst-
like chug the whole time.
The worst part is I edit some of them out. So
Yeah.
like what? Oh no. So what you're listening to is less of that word than what's actually there. So
Yes. But you
We're in
can
trouble.
see all the awkwardness on YouTube on Saturdays.
yes.
Okay.
Who
So
wants to get the show on the road?
Well, we know we're gonna get people mad. It's not like
When have we ever cared about people being mad?
that's why we're opinionated. Of course we are.
Yeah.
No, I'm not worried about people being mad. I'm just trying to figure out which group of people I want mad.
Which one are we targeting?
All right. So I can pick then because I was on the road a lot today and I saw a lot of it. Cars, anything cars, but mostly like you have nice little pretty cars and you just drive around in a line with your car buddies. Like that's why. Why?
Oh, the Jeep life.
So I don't know what it is. I don't know
Jeep
anything about
people are
cars.
friends with other Jeep people, and they have a like
Jeep offs?
Jeep.
a cult. Okay.
A cult. There's like the lowrider. You soup them up. They're like low to the ground. They got those like little
Fast and Furious.
dolphin fins in the back, to like keep them lower to the ground because you can only go 80, but God forbid wind blows or something. I don't know.
I know nothing about cars. I pride
Me
myself
either.
on that fact. I don't. I don't even know how to pump gas.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
cars are like now they start with like a button. I only learned with keys. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
No. I was like, if they could hold my groceries and my 5 dogs, that's a good enough vehicle for me.
Yeah, I would appreciate more public transit. I don't think every person needs to own a car. I don't see what the
Yeah,
hype is in
that's
every
right.
individual person owning a car is.
Or like 2 cars, you got a summer car, you have a winter
Funny,
car,
so
like,
That's
like.
oh,
oh, you got I've been drinking this whole time. She said it like 5 times.
I don't say that often. I don't know what you're talking
We're just
about.
noticing it more.
I
We're gonna
know.
notice, then we're gonna not notice, and then we're
Oh,
gonna
I'm
notice
trying to
again.
avoid the word. If you notice, that is what I'm
yeah.
doing.
I like got the joy of like playing with really cute puppies and stuff today. Um,
Aw.
but now my eyes are so itchy and watery, and so if I'm distracted with that, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I was just gonna say about the whole everyone owning multiple cars. Our street has so many cars parked on it that the garbage men have yelled at like our neighbors because it's so bad. Because
Your
like,
street's really narrow. Like,
yeah,
Oh my God,
our
you can't go
street is
by it.
really narrow, and some of the people will have empty driveways and their cars parked in the road.
Yeah, I hate your street.
I know,
same.
right?
I hate your street. I'm not gonna lie. I hate
Oh,
it.
and last episode, for all those that listened, we were talking about white pickup trucks.
Yes.
That's right.
And there are a multitude of white cars between 3 houses on our street. They own multiple white cars each, and one of those owns a white pickup truck. So they park it in
Douchebag.
the street. So I'm just saying, red flag.
Red
Red
flag.
flag.
That's right.
Your street's a
I
red
called them a
flag.
douchebag, but that was right. We said red flag last time. We weren't calling them straight up douchebags. We just
Don was.
It was. I don't care.
What are you gonna do? Come at me, red
Okay.
flag,
At me,
bro.
bro. Come
Yeah.
on, bro.
Okay. I'm trying.
You got this.
There's a lot of like fandoms out there that I go through where I understand why they're hyped, and also at the same time like too much. And I hate to say it, I don't like okay. I was never able to get into Doctor Who.
Ah, I love
Right?
Doctor Who, but I hate Doctor Who at the same time.
I wanted to. I read up on it and I was like, this is something I would be interested in.
Yeah.
And I think I've watched like 1 episode from every season I could, and I just can't. I can't do
Can't.
it. I
can't. I don't know. I can't because they have a huge cult following, and I just
know.
like just you, and you're like,
That's why I was very careful. For all our listeners out there, I'm not saying it's bad if you like Doctor Who. I'm just saying I, as a boomer 31-year-old, do not understand the hype. And I'm not perfect either. I got into Harry Potter when I was young. Not so much now because of the whole
JK Rowling.
the turf stuff.
Mhm.
I've watched Star Trek. I've watched Star Wars. I've watched a lot of Marvel superhero stuff. Could not get Doctor Who. Couldn't do it.
I just don't
I never watched
understand
that.
how his personality can change. The Doctor's personality can change. Like, are you a different person when you change bodies? Like, I don't get it. You're supposed to be the same person. How come you don't have the same character traits? Like, come on now. Come on.
I
Are you
never
body
watched it,
snatching?
so I wouldn't
Are
understand.
you a parasite? I don't know. They don't go enough into the lore of
I
like
know.
the
I have to.
species.
Yeah, I don't know the lore enough to like even.
They don't go into it.
Yeah, to even go into it. Like that's the worst part about it. Because like, could he be some? I assume he's some supernatural. He's a scientist? He's a
No, he's
doctor.
not. He's not a scientist or he's not any of those things.
He's a chiropractor.
He's a
He calls
chiropractor.
himself a doctor.
That's the hype I don't understand. Why do chiropractors think they're doctors?
That's now like that. Like that's now going to be part of the lore.
The
Doctor Who is really
chiropractor?
just a chiropractor.
He went to chiropractor school?
Yeah, that's where he got the doctor.
Yeah, his doctorate. Chiropractoring, which isn't an actual doctorate, is it?
Exactly. No, but like if you go to a chiropractor, it's Dr. Blank.
Yeah,
But
but
they're
like
not doctors.
somebody who's selling me like essential oils to like smudge on my face say they're doctors. You know? Like,
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. If Doctor Who's
Um,
not a real doctor, then what gave him that doctor title?
right? What are his degrees, his
I'm sure
credentials?
there's an episode about it, but you know what? I'm also probably sure in Doctor Who universe, there's probably also an episode that refutes that episode about it. Like they go to a
Lord.
different timeline and actually makes that other like that's what I feel like it is. It's just
It's all over the
writers
place.
constantly writing.
let's just shit out ideas and we'll see if they like it.
Sometimes stories end. And that's
Yeah.
okay.
Sometimes.
That's
okay.
okay. I just made a lot of people mad. I'm sorry.
You probably did, but it's okay.
I don't think people are mad as what you might think. I think you're just worried.
They're just
like-
disappointed.
No,
That's right. They're not mad.
There's
They're
gonna
disappointed.
be people out there that
Sorry.
are gonna be mad because they're obsessed. There are like that small niche of groups that are just gonna lose their shit. But that's okay because there's more of us that won't. There's a lot of people who don't understand it.
For the record, I appreciate Doctor Who stuff at like Comic-Con and stuff. Like,
See?
like I appreciate whether they Daleks or
Dialect.
Dalek. You know,
Yeah,
Dalek.
I know. How do you
know what I
pronounce
mean?
it?
I don't know.
If you're mad, please tell us the right
The correct
pronunciation.
But I've seen like cosplays of those, and it's like, and I'm like, that's so good.
They
I
just
respect
recycled
that.
R2D2. Okay,
They-
like that is get your own material.
Okay,
I
that was a
understand.
whole other thing. It just sounded like it was 5 stories combined into one that ended up branching off again into like 5 more stories.
Yeah.
Like that's all it feels like is a bunch of stories just spewed out into a bunch more stories with one same titled character who's also different.
They're the same but different.
Doctor Who.
Okay, so for mine, and you're gonna, I don't know. Okay, I collect books, right? We all know this. I like to read and all that. The thing I don't get with collectors is pennies. Why do people collect pennies? I don't see the hype. Like I understand there's different dates and there's like errors and all that, but why? No.
It's history. You can collect history. And like copper is expensive as fuck, and that's why we don't have pennies anymore. So
I
like,
went-
now you're rich.
I went through a phase of like thinking I would collect coins when I was like 8. And then I was like, but I need to buy jubes that were 1 cent at the time. You know?
It's not even just coins, like or teacups. Like I just don't see the appeal of.
Stamps is a weird one.
See, I don't see the appeal. Books,
They
I
are
do because
pretty.
different stories.
Yeah, so get
but-
a painting.
I think I have like a
Like-
collector's like addiction. I collect so many things. I'm a hoarder. I think I'm a hoarder, and I say it's a hobby. Like I'm a collector of different things. I'm just a hoarder. That's what it is.
You're only a hoarder if it's like super disorganized. If you can find a way
Yeah.
to organize it, then it's not. If all your like, for example, my room is trashed, but all my board games are in one space. Well, all my books are in another space. There's a lot of them and it's overflowing.
But
It's
the hoarders
organized.
have different piles too. You know, like hoarders have piles.
Yeah, but then their piles merge. And I feel like that's when it's like hoarding's
So,
becoming
As
a
long as I
problem.
keep getting a bigger house, I can collect more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
all right.
animals.
Have you not seen the shit rich people collect? Did you ever watch Cribs?
No.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford MTV, guys. Okay, I had free cable
They
only.
collect vending machines.
Okay, not sponsored, although they did have my song on one of their shows once. But MTV.ca does like have like some of the episodes like streaming for free usually. So
I can watch some cribs. I can know what you're talking about for the next time. I'll be like, hey, remember the last time we talked about this?
Rich people have a lot of stuff. They have a lot of stuff, but they also have real big houses with real big rooms where they can organize the stuff. I watched actually on Netflix. There's a new organization show. Can't remember what it's called for the life of me. I'm sure it's in like Netflix top 10.
Is that like that Marie girl? Marie
No,
Kondo?
it's not her. It's a new company, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Run by two women. And their first project on the first episode is Reese Witherspoon's house because she moved and she got her new room has multiple walk-in closets. So she wants one walk-in closet to be dedicated to her acting work. So they're getting all like the props from her previous movies where they have to organize it in her spare walk-in closet that's literally just going to be to hoard her memories of movies she was once in. So
you
just
have
saying,
money
if you think you're a hoarder, you're just poor.
That's right. I'm just
you
poor.
just can't afford a big enough house.
There it is.
There it is.
I just need a bigger house.
Bigger house. Billionaires. That's something I don't see the hype.
Oh, that's right. Billionaires. And why aren't you Batman? That's the hype. Like, how can you be a billionaire and not be Batman?
Oh,
I just don't get it.
I bet you they all think they are. Or like they think they're like Iron Man or some shit. Like, I'm so smart or I'm so whatever. But then they're just like Lex Luthor.
That's right.
We're all the good guy in our own story, you know.
Main character syndrome.
Oh, I wish.
I'm tired of being an NPC, guys.
I know. That's literally how I feel sometimes.
Like, the world is just moving around you and you're waiting for your quest to begin. Like,
I'm just a sim on a game that someone left running. They didn't give me any tasks. I'm just going around, filling my needs as I see fit. Sometimes I forget and fall asleep on the floor.
At least you still remember to go to the bathroom. That's all that matters.
That's true. That's true.
You're not like standing beside it, like, oh God, what do I do? Oh my God.
You got to do all the sound inflection.
Your bits aren't blurred out, so you can see what you're doing. It's all right.
Oh yeah, you just get the mod.
That's right.
Yeah, you just mod it, so
just mod it.
You can see all the.
You can make Grim Reaper naked.
Yeah, you can.
That's right. You're like, what's up? How you doing, Reaper?
Santa naked.
I haven't played Sims since I was about 15. That was the last time I played.
Yeah,
I know.
It's a really good.
Their like videos and they do crazy stuff, and I'm all like,
yeah, it's a really good mental health putter-asider. Like, it's not good to deal with your mental health, but if you want to put it like on the back burner for a while, those play Sims.
I do that every day when I read, Sonia. Like every day, I'm living someone else's life.
Mm-hmm. You're fairy born?
Yeah, my fairy born. Listen, people on Book Talk, if they hear us, they'll know. They're with me on this, okay?
Yeah, so that's the hype I don't get. The hype is fairy porn.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I'm not big into romance novels or any type of like novel where that is the main focus.
Like, I don't care. Yeah,
like I read a lot of novels that have a romance type thing in it, but that's not the main theme of the story. You know, it's not.
I don't care that your sex life is better than mine. Like, you just make me jealous.
You should write a romance novel about someone who doesn't have sex.
Like a memoir?
Yeah.
I can totally do that.
I think that'd be good. I think there's probably not enough representation of that, to be honest.
Just people like I tried to get laid yesterday, it didn't work.
Well, not even that. Like, you can write it from like an asexual perspective.
I was just gonna say an asexual, where they don't have a sex, like they don't feel sexual towards their partner, but they can still love.
Yeah,
they can still have a relationship
towards their partner.
Desire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had a thought. And I was like, that's probably not represented much in romantic like books, you
Or
know.
anything.
I will
Yeah.
do that.
I
And
will do.
then
That's
you
why
can voice over it, okay? You can do the narration.
I'll do the
narration.
audible.
Yeah,
I
you'll be my voice actor.
think that's what I like a lot about like fantasy novels, not Game of Thrones, but a lot of other fantasy novels. They don't need that to be good. They go on adventures, they finish their quests. Like there's not a main focus on relationships. And if you can like do that and not need to have your rape or your sex or whatever, like why does that need to be in books? But like obviously if it's part of the story, it's part of the story. But like you don't need that. So many fantasy novels are so good without it. It's just
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like I'm sorry, but when you're talking about certain stories, there's more to life than that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, and they seem to make sex and stuff a bigger part of life than I feel like it really is.
It is, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I'm sorry, I am not consumed most of my day by like sex. Maybe when I was 15, I don't remember.
Right? I can
But
understand that being for pubescent boys.
yeah, but now it's like, okay, an
Dummer's like, I'm being
hour.
attacked.
Yeah,
I know.
like an hour.
What the hell?
And then-
I love this stuff. You're all like,
I know.
yeah, it's not for me. I'm like, oh,
That's the
okay,
hype.
well,
The hype. The stuff you don't understand the hype for. That's the whole question. You don't understand geekiness,
I
Dungeons
feel
and
like
Dragons.
I do understand geekiness. I love Star Wars. I've watched 1 till 12 or whatever, and all the little like in ones. No, I understand geekiness, okay, but I also love reading about sex, okay.
okay, so while we're on the topic of hype and sex, I just want to let any teenagers out there know the hype around sex overhyped. Sex is great. Not even saying it's not. But the pressure as a teenager that you think sex is going to be in your life, it's not that big of a deal.
It's not as good as it is in the books. Let me just tell you that.
Yeah,
And,
how
like,
you
better in the
picture
book.
it is not like you're setting yourself up for failure.
And
Yeah.
like at that age, you can do a better job yourself than with your partner. Like that's
Exactly.
just,
Well, especially as a female.
That's right.
Like the memes where they say, oh, I said like 3 times.
We all did. I've
Done.
just been drinking this whole time.
Mhm.
So the hype,
Excuse me.
not the hype.
I burped.
You know memes where they say, a guy can't find the clitoris or whatever. It is true. It is legit true. There's so many guys who can't.
I
There's
watched
not a
a
map.
TikTok like 2 days ago where
Especially
someone went
teenage
around
boys.
with a
They-
diagram to adults
Yeah.
and was like, "Where's the vagina?" And they're like, "Oh, it's probably somewhere up here." And they're like, "No, that's the whole uterus." "Oh, well, it must be down here." "No, that's the vulva." Like it's in between those things. You were
You'll get there,
close,
don't
I
worry.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
But-
like when you're a teenager, it's like 2 seconds of your life, and then you're stuck with a child for like 100 years. Like, don't do it.
Do it.
It's just sex itself, when done safely with precautions,
Mhm.
is not that big of a deal. Like it's not. You put more thought into it than the actual action,
Yeah.
and you put more thought into the consequences than the actual action. So
Yeah.
I don't
just
know. There's
remember
not enough
that.
thought into the consequences. There needs to be more hype. More hype about consequences.
Yeah.
That's I don't know if that's hype.
I don't know. There needs to be hype.
I guess that's what Teen Mom like and Unexpected and those shows tried to do.
I
Look
don't know.
at
I think it glamorized
consequences.
it.
No, they glamored teen pregnancy
Yeah.
on Teen Mom. I hated that show for that reason.
Statistically, when Teen Mom came out, the teen pregnancy statistics started going down. So statistically, it
Oh,
actually
That's good. That's good. That's good.
it's hyping it now, I'm sure, but they're not teen moms anymore.
Like
so
our
that's how-
age.
Yeah, they are like Ernest with like Teen Mom OG. They're all about a year younger than me, and their kids are about a year older than Ernest because 16 and Pregnant came out the year I was pregnant at 18.
Such a long time ago.
I know.
Yeah,
They're
Nicholas
grown-ups
was
now.
about 3 when that show came out, and I had a friend who would watch it, and she loved it, and I hated it. I was like, "Okay, no teenager lives with, like, their parents and, in a mansion or whatever." Like, there was only one girl that lived in a trailer park on that show.
No, there wasn't. Kale lived in an apartment on her own, small apartment that she got on social assistance. For the first 3 seasons, a lot of them didn't have a lot of money. Leah lived in a trailer, but then she ended up buying her trailer and owning it. So I guess,
I only remember the one girl with the trailer, and then these other 2 girls had,
Chelsea
like,
had her
houses.
dad pay her apartment. Like Chelsea was privileged in that way.
Yes.
Sure.
Oh, I didn't like her.
Macy rented her own apartment.
I like how you remember everybody's names. Like they matter.
This is my comfort show because I'm like, oh, I lived that. Oh, I wish I could live that. Oh wow, their kids are assholes too. Same. Like it just,
Same.
it's relatable to me. I feel like because I'm like the same age and same kids, and some of their stories did relate to me. Obviously not now because they're wealthy and known and everything
Right?
else. But I'm saying from like the beginning, a lot of them, I mean, if we can go into Janelle being like homeless, like, so a lot of them, like the first 2 to 3 seasons did struggle and then they started making bank. And then they all just didn't matter if you were a single mom of 3 kids and just out of school, you could still afford your huge house and all your stuff at that point. But in the beginning, it wasn't like that.
I think it was the Chelsea one. I think it was
Yeah,
her.
Chelsea
that,
was
just drove me
privileged.
nuts. I was like, I can't watch the show. I need to walk out of this room because I want to throw something at the TV. Just a whiny little bitch. And
She wasn't whiny. Chelsea was good.
is she the one with the boyfriend, like in whatever first episode, first season, I don't know. And she's like crying because her boyfriend's out late and she doesn't dump him, and she's all like,
Oh, Chelsea in the beginning was probably whiny a lot when it came to
Yeah.
Adam because she was 16
Yeah.
and like in love and he was all out doing drugs.
Yeah.
So, the heart wants what the heart wants done. Okay.
Yeah, no,
But she's a lot
18,
better
that
now.
was not me.
No, she's a lot better now. So she got
But yeah,
better.
Do you
As she
know?
got over
that
Adam, it
episode
was better.
drove me nuts, and I couldn't watch it ever since. So like maybe that's why.
Do you know the hype
dad's a
I don't
dentist?
get?
Oh, sorry. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
no,
say her
you can
dad's
go.
a
Yeah, go,
dentist.
go.
Her dad's a dentist, and it like apparently dentists can give Botox. Like I didn't know that, but apparently they can. So
didn't
maybe
know
not
that either.
here, but in the
Right.
States they can.
So like if anybody's a dentist and they want to adopt me so I can get Botox, that'd be fantastic. Let's I need a dad who's a dentist and gives Botox. Thank you.
If Chelsea's dad wants to be on the show.
That's right.
I forgot his name.
I don't think he's gonna want
Chelsea's
to. I
dad.
just called his daughter a crybaby bitch. So
Yeah, but I defended. So now
That's
we're
right.
did
even.
defend.
Now we're even.
Opposite sides. And I said dentists who can give Botox are good. So maybe that's the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
To like, yeah, push it to the side.
Don doesn't understand the hype around Chelsea's dad.
No,
That's right.
I don't understand the hype about anything.
Right?
Okay, Don, what were you gonna say? What was sorry, Sonia.
It was Sonia. It's Sonia.
Yes, Sonia.
How much beer have you had?
I was
Forgot my
focused
name.
on Don.
So the hype, I don't understand, is reality TV. Like just secondhand embarrassment.
I actually like reality TV.
I know. I'm alone
drama.
on this one. I think so many people love reality TV, and I just like I'm so alone. I'm like, I don't care what those people are doing. I'm struggling in my own fucking life. Like, let me do
but
what I'm
that's
doing.
why we watch it. What? That is why we watch it. We watch it to watch other people struggle, so we get to like not.
They're not
on our
struggling.
Own struggles.
They're not struggling.
Yes, they are.
Man, Jersey Shore doesn't struggling.
Do you not watch Jersey Shore? Run,
Survivor.
Stop it.
Like, do you not remember Survivor?
None of them are struggling.
You friends with her? Are you friends with her?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. You're quoting things. I'm like, I don't fucking know what that is.
Okay. You have to watch. It's been trending on Twitter.
Okay.
Netflix.
Oh, Sammy or whatever her name is.
What?
Is her name Sammy?
Oh yeah. Oh, who I was talking about? Yeah, that's Jersey
Yes.
Shore, which you can watch on MTV.ca. Anyway,
Right?
no. And Crave. They have it on Crave. But no, I'm specifically. What's it called? Ultimatum. Ultimatum. Nick Lachey and his wife are the host, and they really don't do a whole lot other than cause drama. And Nick is always like defending the guys, and you always see him in the back going.
That's
For
like
those
his second
just
show.
listening, I'm. What?
That's kind of his second show because doesn't he host Love is
they
Blind
host
with
Love
his
is
wife?
Blind. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ultimatum's basically like they. Okay, so Love is Blind is great too, but Ultimatum, chef's kiss. Okay, it's like 6 couples, and in each couple, one person gave an ultimatum, whether that's marriage or kids. That
Okay.
seems to be the only 2 ultimatums: marriage or children. Some of them the men made it, some of them the women made it, but one person each couple. Well, they have to spend like a week where they're all commingling and dating each other to find wait
Like a swinger situation?
to find someone that they're gonna bunk with and pretend to be married to for the next 3 weeks.
What?
To see if the person they're currently with is 100% the right person.
It's
And
wife
then
swap.
they spend another couple weeks back with their current spouse. And then they have to decide, are they going to accept the ultimatum? and it's as great as you're imagining it. Everyone is insecure. It's 12 super hot people that are all insecure dating each other in front of their spouses. It's exactly what you think it is.
That
It's
sounds
amazing.
intense. Was there
That's what I'm saying.
pineapples in this?
How could Sonya not like that? Sonya's all
Because-
like reality TV.
It's not real. It's not real. It's not. But
like
they
fantasy's not real.
No, because they do stupid, cringy shit, and it's so
Secondhand
cringy.
embarrassment is fun.
It hurts my heart, and it makes my bones hurt, and it's a sensory thing. I can't describe
There's
it.
an episode of Jersey Shore where Snooki peed on herself
You're like,
in the club.
like that happens in real life. Okay, I've seen it.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it recently, and I don't have it videotaped, so I can always just go and watch
That's
that episode
right.
of Snooki.
You can watch.
Okay?
You can watch people pee themselves on TV because someone recorded it. But I've been to clubs and people pee themselves, and then they try and hide it, but you can tell.
Your favorite reality TV show, Dawn? My fellow.
Mine?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it is Love is Blind because that was really fun.
I bet you.
Or Too Hot to Handle. That one was
There
good
was-
too.
I couldn't watch Too Hot to Handle. I was too.
The Circle was really good.
Oh, The Circle. You are right. You're right. The Circle
that
was
one
good.
was really good.
When I was in grade 9, there was an actual reality TV show I liked, and I loved this girl's hair. It was red with bangs. I think her name was Charlotte. And then like she used this guy and like friend zoned him in the end. It was Fantasy Island or something. And like she's like, "Oh, I love you," but then like he's like, "I love you," but then she's like, "Ah, just kidding." And then she used him to win. Like,
Do you remember what was it called? Rock of Love and 2 shots of tequila with Love with Tequila.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah. There's
And
a Flavor
Flavor
Flav one,
Flav.
and then
Yeah.
Shot at Love with Tila
Yeah.
Tequila. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just thinking of Rock of
Tila
Love. That
Tequila's
was
a
my
flat
favorite.
earther, by the way. Flat earther.
That's a hype I don't understand.
Yeah. I
Like,
don't
what
get
the
it either.
dinosaurs got tipped off? Is that where they went? Like, you know what I mean?
No.
meter hit.
If the earth was flat, someone would have found a way to make money off of it by now.
Yeah.
Right? Like a slingshot to get us to the other side.
Like, ultimate skydiving, or was it bungee jumping?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no one would just like sit on that information and not make $1 off of it.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
you could go to the edge. Why haven't we gone to the edge yet? That'd be amazing. I want to see the edge.
Let's go to the edge, guys.
Let's go to the edge.
There's a whole book that was written 1 million years ago about going around the world in 180 days or whatever it is. He went around the world.
That's right.
Around.
Okay, not to one but maybe it's around, like you can go around a plate. not around in a circle, but you can go around in a plate, the edge of a plate. I keep moving my arm,
My
maybe you'll
question is,
understand.
like, if the Earth is flat, say,
Yeah.
are they viewing it like the Eurocentric model of a map, where Russia is all the way over here and Canada and US are all the way over here? Because
I
if
don't
so,
know.
like, you can see Russia from Alaska.
Yeah.
You can high five.
Like, they're literally like not that far apart. They just look really far on the current maps we use over here.
Yeah.
I don't understand. How can they not?
Yeah. No, it's
Red
really
flag.
hard. Red flag.
Red
It's really
flag.
hard to understand people's thought process, right? Because you don't think the same way. It's not about like, obviously there's a right and wrong answer here, but like how to like people like think in this little box and like they can't think outside the box. So like it's really hard to think inside someone else's box. They're just obviously they're dumb.
As soon as they are in a conspiracy theory, the theory literally allows for no other train of thought, because you can't trust mainstream whatever, because that's obviously wrong.
Mhm.
So it's like, who else are you gonna
government's
trust?
paying for
Like, you're gonna trust the non-mainstream media, but if that same person tells you that the Earth is round, you're gonna be like, you just listen to mainstream media, so it doesn't matter. There's like, you have an excuse for why not to believe, I guess.
Yeah. There's an yeah.
So I don't understand the hype with conspiracy theories.
Or like other theories that there was this weekend there's based about. I don't want to like piss too many people off,
or what cults believe,
right? Some certain cult cultures.
I don't understand the hype with
The hype.
organized religion.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hype.
Don't get that
What's
one.
one thing we can all agree on? Organized religion.
Well,
Except
that's
for
the thing. Have your individual religions. I don't care what you individually believe. It's
Right.
when it's organized and systemic and affecting people that don't believe that religion that I'm like, hey, that's a little too much.
Just too much.
Too much.
Like, how can you think your religion's amazing when you go to countries that aren't very educated and threaten them with horrible fiery death if they don't believe in your religion? And if there's like, oh, you know what, we're gonna do the fiery death, have a nice day, then you kill them. Like, how can that be your fun religion that you really want to pass down a generation?
Well, and let's be honest, most of the people don't even know their own religion.
No.
Right.
They just go and listen to someone talk to them about it.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of them have never
And they're
even
told to
read
believe
scripture.
this, and then
like,
they just do.
yeah, and they're just like, oh, well, the priest said this today. So, and I'm saying this as I was part of a youth group. I went to Sunday school.
So did I.
In high school, when I was pregnant, every like Wednesday at lunch, I went to Youth Alive, which was a youth Christian group where we had a youth pastor come and talk to us about scripture. And I didn't believe, and they all knew I didn't believe, and I was pregnant, but I'd still go because I love to just debate this stuff. And they all thought they could change me. And the moment I was like, no, this is too much, was I went to a stadium youth church. Yeah, where like all the kids, you stand and they have like a Christian rock group play. They have some young guy like pastor to you, and we're all like teenagers going, well, and they make you sing along because they put the words on a screen. I don't know. And this guy was talking about how like he used to like he'd be beaten by his parents and it was God that saved him. And I had to be like, no, that was CAS. Like, and he was like, yeah, and then I battled with alcohol, but then I finally found the willpower. I'm like,
that's rehab.
Yeah, I'm like, no, like are you saying that every person that struggles with alcohol just needs to find God? Because AA follows that same approach and people still fail AA. Like, are they, like, as soon as you start you're not believing enough, then it's just like, no, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, no, I have a friend and their friend has cancer. And this lady just messaged my friend and she's like, maybe if you convinced her to turn to God, maybe she won't die.
Right?
Who
If you pray
says
hard
that?
enough,
I'd
Yeah,
have
if
yeah,
you
punched
pray hard
her.
enough, you won't
right? I
die.
will punch anybody in the
Hey,
face.
if God was there, he would have protected you.
That's
Yeah.
right. You would have put that force field around your mouth.
Cancer wouldn't
Yeah.
exist. Then people wouldn't die of cancer. Do you think everyone who dies of cancer is not a believer? No. So saying turn to God, that's not going to do anything. That's not going to save you.
They have
I'm
an explanation
really
for
gonna
that.
piss off
I don't know
people
what
now.
it is, but there's an explanation.
Yeah, well,
Don't
yeah,
worry.
it's faith based.
Right,
God
yeah.
doesn't need to prove himself. You just
Yeah.
need to believe in him.
Just believe. Listen, if you guys believe in God and the rapture is coming, I'll take your animals. If you want someone to love your animals, just give them to me, guys. I'll take
And
care of them. Don't worry.
And again, if you individually believe in God, cool. Don't fucking protest outside abortion centers. And
Oh.
don't fucking complain about the Catholic school board because they shouldn't exist in the first place. And don't complain about religion in school if you want your religion in school. And don't complain about other religions taking on holidays when the entire calendar is based around a Christian calendar. Like Christmas is always off, and all the stores were closed today on Good Friday.
No,
So-
there's more stores open this year. I'm so happy. I was able to do grocery stores and everything
That's
today.
good.
People are
That's
I was
trying
like,
to catch
thank
up on their
goodness.
money.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
But
and
yeah.
I feel like things are slowly changing too. Like we are having less strongly religious people in our generation.
Yes.
You know
Thank
what
you,
I mean?
millennials. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I know millennials that believe in God, but a lot of them don't go to church anymore because they
Yeah.
don't believe in the church.
Yeah.
Like a
the
lot of
church
them
is the
still
problem.
believe in God, but they just don't believe in the church, which I think totally fine.
See, like I wouldn't call it God. I do believe that there is like
You said
maybe
like
a
so
higher
much.
power
My
of some
cup is
sort.
empty. It's
I'm
empty, guys.
almost finished my second. So
Wait, there's still a drop. There's still a drop.
I have to go pee, so I have been holding off on drinking.
So like it's empty. You guys made my cup empty.
So anyway, I do believe that there is maybe some sort of higher power. Like we can't just be it. However, I wouldn't name it God. I wouldn't genderize it. I wouldn't say that previous I don't even know where I'm going with this. Anyway, I'm just
Yeah.
saying that I wouldn't go with the Christian or even other religions and
yeah,
what they
you're like
believe in.
you're
Yeah.
agnostic.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah,
Some
but, like-
things out there you might not know what it is though.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like it
I'm not an
doesn't
atheist
matter.
or anything. I do believe
Yeah.
that there is something out there. I just wouldn't know what to name it or anything.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter about what you believe in, which is like everyone has the right to believe. It's what's
Yeah.
the hype. It is like just
Pushing it on others.
pushing
is
it
where
on
it's wrong.
others. Yeah, where
Making
the
it
hype. Yeah,
a systemic problem. I mean, that's the thing is a lot of even laws are still based around religion.
Yep.
Even though it's not supposed to be that way. But it is. Oh.
There's hospitals that are based around religion. St. Joe's literally is named after a saint named Joseph or whatever.
just whatever. Yeah, some Saint Joe,
whatever.
some dude
Well,
named
that guy.
Joe.
That guy. But yeah, like there's schools and hospitals. There's things that shouldn't have religion in it. That
Well, and politicians that
Oh.
actively talk about their religion, which I would say if I worked at Pizza Hut, because I used to work at Pizza Hut, and people were coming in to pick up their pizzas, and I would say, "Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?" They'd probably all complain.
Yeah.
Right? You don't go to a restaurant to get, preached at, and I don't hire politicians to be preached at. So I would say that should be a red flag.
Yeah, if
Red
you're there
flag.
for the people, you have to be there for all the people, not just ones that follow your religion and not same skin color or a certain gender. Like,
Which,
no,
let's be
you-
honest,
all
a
the
lot of
people.
it's all the same. Like,
I know.
Christianity and stuff is all based on white supremacy and
Yeah.
misogyny.
Oh my God, so much white supremacy. That's another thing I don't understand.
How can you
But
say
I can't
you love
comment
God
on
and
it.
God's creatures, but you don't love certain types of God's creatures? You know what I mean? Like the
Because they don't
gays
believe they're
and-
God's creatures.
Yeah.
Because
Which
the
is-
devil
oh.
exists. Like that's literally that you can rationalize everything.
That's just
Yeah.
I
Listen,
mean, NASA. Sorry, I was just gonna say quickly. NASA pays millions of dollars to a bunch of theologists to write out theories as to how God could still exist in case they find aliens. So keep that in mind.
yeah.
Okay, go Sonia.
I'm very intoxicated. I forget what I was gonna say, but that's okay. That's okay.
it's okay.
I was gonna say something, but we can pass. We can pass on me.
I don't understand the hype around men.
Oh, I do.
Would you like to continue?
Oh, I do. Miss, I don't want to read about sex, but yeah, let's talk about men right now.
I just
No.
don't understand the hype.
The hype. Well, like
Maybe you just like the appendage attached to them.
there is.
Not them.
I
Yeah.
love
Well,
my husband.
Not all Kyles are Chads, remember? Like
yeah, not all girls are Chads.
I don't know. There's been other appendages attached to other not Chads. And they've been great. I don't know. I like them.
As a whole, I don't.
As a
like
whole.
them.
Maybe as a whole. Like, yes, like organized religion, men are usually garbage. But the men I have interacted with are not garbage. So
That's literally it. Individuals, okay.
yes,
Groups
individuals
become dangerous.
Yeah, but the group of men, like when a certain group of men.
Chads.
Yeah.
Most
Chads.
men. All men participate in the system.
The ones that listen to Joe Rogan, we know them. We don't like them.
Sorry.
I keep burping.
I like bi wife energy men. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just because you have a bi wife doesn't mean you have bi wife energy. By the way.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Exactly. Does not make you.
I keep burping, so I have to move my mic out of the way.
Yeah. We should have it for people watching. Every time Jessica moves her mouth away for burping, you have to take an extra drink. Just for funsies. Jessica has drunk gas.
Explicitly for our YouTube watchers, because you won't necessarily know in the edited versions on our streaming platforms.
That's right. If Jessica cuts it out, then
you'll never know.
You'll never know. So, like, if you're watching, so you listen to our podcast on Friday, and then you see our YouTube on Saturday, and you hear how smooth it is on Friday, that's because Jessica's amazing.
Like, thank you so much. I'm doing my best.
That's because Jessica is great. She learned the software. She's not that much of a boomer, so it's good.
I know. Social media is what gets me. Hype. Don't understand the hype of Snapchat.
I love Snapchat.
I don't really use Snapchat.
I'm on it all the time.
Anymore. The only one who ever messages me on it is Sonia, and I barely.
I can send memes. Like, I can't really. Nobody reacts to my memes on Facebook, so I send them to individual.
Laugh.
I know it's a pity laugh. Be honest. And so on Snapchat, I can send memes to individual people who I think might like them. And then sometimes they ignore me, but still I can just
that'd be me.
Spam it.
I ignore you.
Yeah, it's Dawn Marie. It's always Dawn Marie.
I act like I have it off. I don't even.
I act like I have like 20 plus people on Snapchat. I talk to 3 people.
She talks to me and my other personalities.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not as popular as they make it sound.
Well, if we get more listeners, maybe Opinionated Lushes will get our own Snap.
And then I can send you
like private
memes.
snaps.
Yeah, and then you get all the memes. All the exclusive memes.
The exclusive Sonia doesn't have a life memes. You want us a Snapchat? I'll give you a Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Pull up your score, don't worry.
Yeah. Except for my real life score is like 1,000. Like, I don't understand. Everyone has
don't understand the score.
50,000. You gotta send pictures of your face or like the sky. You have to do snaps where you take a picture in the Snapchat and not somewhere else. Like, that's what it is.
Not from your camera roll. You have to do it like live
or
whatever.
Live. Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'm ready to go because I've been holding my bladder for like
No, that's
ever.
totally cool. We're getting to the end anyway.
Yes.
So
All
this
right.
is Dawn's pee break.
That's
So we will
I'm
say
holding it
goodbye.
Later, Dommery.
Later.
And everybody else.
Wait. Well, okay. Just to end it, do we have any last minute things we want to say to piss off our audience about things we are not as hyped about as they are?
Baby making. I've done it. I don't like it. That's it.
Oh, like, well, we already talked about sex. You mean like just making
No.
a baby?
She
Yes,
means like
just-
pregnancy and like pushing.
Yes,
like,
yes, yeah. Reproduction, breeding. Yes, breeding. I'll go with that. I don't
I
like
like
for
breeding.
everyone. Not for everyone.
Not for
I
every.
don't like being pregnant. I like the act of breeding.
No,
I like
the act, the doing,
The
Yeah.
sex
aftermath.
is good.
yeah.
the aftermath, the raising kids.
Those
I don't-
consequences we talked about.
The
Yeah,
consequences. Like, if I had dogs before I had kids, I might have just stuck with dogs. Like, that's.
No,
I love my kids. Guys, I love my kids. I'm like an asshole.
No, kids are
no,
assholes.
no. I keep saying the same thing. If I didn't get pregnant young, I probably wouldn't have gotten pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were tricked. God
God tricked us.
tricked us.
I
He
believe
said-
in him now.
I'm taking
hates
him all my actions. It's your fault.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna
Dom.
pee my
Yes,
pants.
well, if you want to watch the unedited version, it's on YouTube on Saturday. Okay. Thank you so much for
Bye-bye.
for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Whatever you're doing, get lost.